What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and today we have a very special episode for you. It's the Adamantium process, and the reason it's so special is because we finally hit double digits. That's right, episode number 10. And for episode number 10, I decided to make it a little bit different for you. I'm going to go through and use some of the favorite teams from past episodes. And there also may be a team or two that you haven't seen, but you will definitely recognize this first team. It's from the very first episode, the Fast Wind team, and it's Thor and Quicksilver. And we're going to be facing a Quicksilver and Phoenix team, which looks to be pretty good. It seems like with both of our teams we went for heavy attacking. And you'll see his Quicksilver takes mine out already with a 17,000 damage Temporal Jump. But I did manage to get a Summon Thunder off. Now if you're wondering what my agent's using, I'm using a Generalist armor for all of this video. And that's because I don't have to worry about switching classes. I'll just stay with the Generalist. I'm also using Hard Knocks, Signpost, Hotshot, and the Scroll of Angelob. And these are some of my favorite items and gadgets. The only things missing is I wish I could put Dark Sigil and Warbringer Axe on as well. Now on my agent's turn, we're going to go ahead and use the Hotshot. We're going to hope we get some stuns, or maybe just take his characters out. Alright, so we were able to take Quicksilver, and we're going to cause a death and rebirth. So the debuffs should take Phoenix out before she can cast Phoenix Fire. And then Quicksilver was stunned, and he's pretty hurt. But he's going to take out our Thor. So it's down to my agent. Luckily, their agent was stunned as well. So we'll start with the Signpost. And then we will use Hard Knocks. And Signpost took out their agent, so it's just down to Quicksilver. And as long as he doesn't do some crazy Temporal Jump like he did to mine. And he doesn't. So we take him out with Hard Knocks. Now the next team is going to be Wolverine and Nightcrawler. This was another pretty popular team for me. I really enjoy using these two together. I absolutely love Swashbuckler Nightcrawler. Once again, the opponent is using a Quicksilver in the blue costume. But they have an Infiltrator Agent and Valkyrie. So that's kind of interesting. We know that Valkyrie can get quite annoying, but the Scroll of Angelob will cut down on that somewhat. On Nightcrawler's turn, we're going to go ahead and use Shadow Dance. And the reason being is if you hit everyone with Shadow Dance and put the debuffs on, and then use a triple threat, he has a chance to practically take out an entire team. So we're going to try to set that up and see if it works. I'm guessing that his agent is going to use Dark Sigil. You can see that he's equipped with it, and it's going to be pretty annoying. Oh, but I actually preemptively hit with Hard Knocks. And that's one of the reasons I love it, and I was able to take him out before he could even use Dark Sigil. Now that we've used Signpost, we can go ahead and use the Hotshot. And it does good damage. And of course we're going for that stun. But we didn't get any. So Valkyrie used Sacrificial Blessing. And now it's their Quicksilver's turn. Now I'm kind of glad that their Quicksilver isn't a scrapper. Although I do advise getting the Generalist. He would be pretty annoying against Nightcrawler if he was a scrapper. On Wolverine's turn we have a couple of options. We could use his stun, or we could use Berserker Frenzy and just try to do a ton of damage. And we're going to go with the Frenzy on Quicksilver. Unfortunately, he's brought back to life by Valkyrie's move. But we're going to second attack him and put a lot of dots on him. Those dots should finish him off, so with Nightcrawler we're probably going to attack Valkyrie. Nightcrawler's really amazing attack is his triple threat. So we're going to try that out and see if he'll also hit Quicksilver, which is a possibility. Okay, so we just took Valkyrie close to death. So we're going to use the scroll, since we might as well use it since we have it. And take off some of those buffs. And then we're going to use Signpost, which will take out Quicksilver. And after Valkyrie heals, we should be able to maybe take her out with Hard Knocks. And we were able to. So now we're going to move on to yet another team. And this team is going to be Black Widow and her Tactician armor, and Phoenix as a blaster. And we're facing another blue costume Quicksilver and Omega Sentinel. Well, this guy has really impressive stats, so it's another pretty tough battle. And there's quite a few tough battles in this video, and I like getting matched up against people with higher armory bonuses and hero bonuses. That way you can see that you can still win even if someone has a higher bonus. Oftentimes it will be harder, but you can still win depending on your team makeup and your strategy. You have to realize that the AI is playing their team, so that definitely helps. He's equipped with the Shield Slugger, which is kind of interesting. I think that Incapacitate could be pretty annoying, but I still am not sold on that weapon. It does hardly any damage. So that may be one of his mistakes. But we're going to use the Signpost, then we're going to use Hotshot. And let's cross our fingers for that triple stun. Of course, Blast from the Past happened. And the Hotshot is going to stun. So far no one, but... Alright, we got no stuns with the Hotshot. That's not good. With Phoenix, we're going to use our first attack. And we're going to hit Omega Sentinel. We're going to try to take Omega Sentinel out. We don't want her to stay around. If possible, let's just take her out right now. So we're going to try a flying kick. And we're able to take Omega Sentinel out. So we already got a pretty good start here. They're down to 2 people, and we have a lot of health. We still have Phoenix's Rebirth. This time their agent's going to use Warbringer Axe. And Time Displacement keeps going off for Quicksilver. So he's going to keep hitting me with the Blast from the Past. On my agent's turn, I'm going to use Signpost. And I'm going to use Hard Knocks. I'm thinking I'm going to try to attack his agent. Even though I should probably take Quicksilver out. But we're going to go ahead and hit the agent and see what happens. There's a Blast from the Past, and their agent dodged. They seem to have kind of high evasion. We're going to attack Quicksilver with Phoenix. And then for Black Widow, she's still going to have her stun since I didn't use it yet. So we're going to use Widowmaker. And then we're going to try to stun someone. So we're going to hit Quicksilver with Black Widow. And let's try Flying Kick. So maybe it'll take him out. Okay, we knocked out Quicksilver. And their agent's using Warbringer Axe, but we're going to at least counterattack it with Black Widow. Now we're just down to the agent, and we should be able to take him out. We're going to use a Signpost, and since the Hotshot's available again, we're of course going to use it, and we're going to try to get a stun. I just feel more comfortable when the opponent's stunned. Even though Phoenix and Black Widow should be able to finish it, unless he evades. Alright, but he was stunned. So here's Phoenix's turn. And he's still alive. He's pretty resilient. So we're going to use a martial arts combo. And that finishes it off. So now we're going to move on to yet another team. This team you may not have seen, but we're using Magneto and Union Jack. I didn't realize this earlier, but this guy's using the exact same team. It's a different opponent, but he's using Omega Sentinel and Quicksilver. It seems like everyone's using blue costume Quicksilver these days. I won't be too worried about him though once I get this magnetic field up. It'll actually absorb a lot of Quicksilver's damage. The custom Goblin glider is actually really scary, but since he's magnetized, it's not that bad. For some weird reason, the damage doesn't show sometimes, especially when characters are shielded. I'm not sure if this is a glitch or not, but I'm going to use V for Victory and put Flanked on their agent. Now, Flanked is a debuff that says whenever you perform a single attack on that character, you get a follow-up attack. I'm not going to be getting a follow-up attack with my agent though, because I'm going to be using Hotshot. So let's see who we stun. Okay, so we did a little over 5k to everyone. We put the debuffs on and we stunned their agent. And the cool thing is, Union Jack sometimes joins in. So he did get allied forces, and he's going to hit their agent. Now it's Omega Sentinel's turn. She's changing to a Bruiser and casting Defense Array. So she gives everyone fortified, and she's going to be taking less damage. But I'm going to hit her with 2 preemptive strikes. Well, actually 3. And we procced an allied forces, so this is a lot of attacks. This is pretty impressive. We got another allied forces, but I'm pretty sure he's only going to shoot her once. But still, that's a lot of hits. Wow, okay. He actually shot her twice. Luckily, she has a really high defense. But still, we put a lot of damage on her and got a lot of preemptive hits. And follow-up hits and so on. Now, this is what I've been waiting for. Magnetic field on my entire team. As long as this doesn't get removed, it's going to be pretty amazing. Especially against Quicksilver. One more attack from Quicksilver, and he's going to break that shield. So now Union Jack's going to get a turn. On Union Jack's extra turn, we're going to try to put another buff on him. That way he'll preemptive strike a few other things. So we're going to use his second ability. But Blast from the Past took him out, so never mind. We're going to go ahead and use Signpost after using the scroll. And then we're going to hit someone with Hard Knocks. We're going to try to finish someone. But he probably doesn't have enough damage to take out anyone but the agent. We want to leave the agent because he's so close. So let's go ahead and hit Omega. She didn't die, but she's going to here. Because my agent and Magneto were both going to hit her if necessary. And that's why this team's pretty amazing for their preemptive hits. So I'll show Quicksilver something about hitting someone before they get to attack. He's maybe going to break the shield of Magneto, which will give me another turn. But he's taken out by an Electromagnetic Blast instead. Their agent goes down to dots. So I really like that team. Now for this last team, it's going to be pretty familiar, especially if you watched the last episode of Team Spotlight. But I saved this battle for this video because it was pretty epic. It's against someone with some really high armory stats and hero bonuses. He's also using War Machine and Emma Frost, so his War Machine can do some huge damage with cosmic power. And this is the one matchup where my agent is wearing a Bruiser armor instead of Generalist. I'm also using the items from the Team Spotlight episode, so I don't have very good items on my agent. On top of that, he has Grief. And I wish I had Grief, but I never was able to get it, which will make this battle even harder to win. And if that wasn't enough, they have 3 tacticians, so they're all going to be double attacking War Machine since he's a blaster. I felt like I needed to go all out for this one, so I just went ahead and used full overcharge before War Machine got took out. I wanted to do as much damage as possible, so we did 21 gun salute. It's going to hit 3 times and put radiation exposure on everyone. Their team's defense seems pretty amazing, and they're holding up so far, especially since War Machine used his shield. I'm not sure why, but we took mental anguish damage before we finished the 3rd attack. It didn't matter since it didn't finish us, so we still got the hit. And now we're going to use Deflector Fist since it's pretty much my best option. And this is what I mean by having pretty bad items on me. To be honest, I didn't know if I had a chance to win this one. But we probably just saved War Machine there. And we also were able to dodge the attack. The second one did hit, however. We're going to go ahead and counterattack with the Nanite Inductive Nailgun. And it does okay damage, but most importantly it gave me that shield. For Iron Man, we're going to use this high energy laser. That's because it's going to do a lot of damage to his entire team. So it's pretty much my best option. And now on his agent's turn, he's taking a lot of damage from debuffs. And he's going to try to hit us all with Grief. Now luckily that didn't finish War Machine, I'm really not sure how. And we have shields on our other 2. We also got the reproc the shield on our agent. So it looks like we're going to win. It went from a pretty scary battle to an absolute win here. I was definitely impressed with being able to win this one. I didn't think I'd be able to. Now here comes There's My Boys. That's a pretty amazing way to almost finish this battle, because it doesn't quite finish it. But it was at the very end, and Iron Man's going to get to end it with a Repulsor Cannon. That's going to be the last battle for episode 10. I really hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you all for your support and for watching. The channel is also almost at 100,000 views total, and that's absolutely amazing. So once again, I cannot say thank you enough. I hope you continue to watch, and that I keep getting to make videos that hopefully you all enjoy. In the future, I'm looking to bring different types of gameplay and videos, so stay tuned for future updates and new episodes of the Adamantium process and Team Spotlight, as well as updates and everything about Marvel Avengers Alliance. If you haven't already done so, please like, comment, and subscribe. Good luck in the upcoming PvP tournament.